Moving on to the contender tier, really impressive win again for Phantom Thieves, moving up to 4-0 over Danny DeVito. And Danny DeVito, obviously, I guess DeVito, but spelled too. It's actually a very clever name, but I don't, saying it out loud, I actually don't exactly know how to pronounce it. But really spectacular result for them here in week 4. I think we were just talking about how competitive these games are. And Phantom Thieves able to beat a very good Danny DeVito team that came up very strongly in Season 4, I believe. I think they joined late, correct?
I know Season 4, they were in Challenger and STS1 Challenger tier that year, but I know that playoff game with Danny DeVito was one of the single best games of Overwatch I've ever been a part of. So they're definitely a team, although I think their record right now might be 1-3. They're one of those teams where they've had a couple, maybe miscommunication, not executing properly on either side, either attack or defense. But they're a team, if they end up and finish 5-3, I would not be surprised at all. There's a lot of talent on that roster. But you touched on it, Sultan. The teams in Contender are really neck and neck to me. Those teams are just solid from top all the way down, from the first team in the tier to the last team in the tier. So in this tier especially, you really need your team to execute, keep their head in the game, and just try to collect map wins. I said it about Carbon. I said it about Challenger, especially in Contender. You might lose 2-1, but as long as you get that map win, if you put a couple wins together, you're going to be in that hunt for the postseason.
Yeah, and again, it is a little bit shocking. You're right, 1-3 in this season so far, and I really do believe they came in late and actually were able to make a late playoff push even after having joined the season late. So, yeah, we'll see if they turn it around here. And looking at the other standings, this is kind of why we were talking about how Contender tier is so tight. You're looking at a tier with 5 teams that are 2-2 in the Horizon division. No single team with a losing record in Contender Horizon, and that's kind of mind-blowing to think about. Talent division, obviously 4 members with a losing record, but again, it's still very tight. Phantom Thieves and Dad and Lads kind of running away with it to some extent, but still a fight for one of those final playoff spots for the talent side. But man, Horizon, who is going to come out on top of that one? Obviously, Multiverse, a team that we've seen in the past do well. Excalibur, maybe kind of atypically there at the bottom with just the 3 map wins, but actually I feel like if they have 2 wins, they have to have at least, oh no, I guess not necessarily if they.
Yeah,
you're right.
Looking at that now, I'll go double check. We'll probably have to correct, their map points, but I know they are 2-2. I think I just forgot how to do math for a second, so I apologize to the scales.
But I think, yeah, definitely a team that we've seen do well, so we'll kind of expect them to get back into the mix.